What's up, it's Anders at Pike Place Fish. I'm going to show you how to fillet a salmon Pike Place style. There's a couple different ways that people do it. This is how we do it. It works out well for us.
Super good. I'm getting changed out of the tent. 5 and 5-1.
Whoops.
4, Hey, you guys get the Kobe beef breakfast sandwich over there or what?
It's actually Kobe Bryant. So, I got my fillet knife here. I'm right-handed, so I want to start with the salmon head facing to the left. I'm going to start on the fins here. Just take these guys off. On the back here, take that fin off. Fins, fins, more fins. Fins everywhere. I got all my fins off. Now my salmon's facing to the right, towards rag eye here. I'm going to go ahead and take the head off right here. You want to make sure you angle the knife towards the head while you're doing that so you don't lose that meat right behind the head there. It's good meat. Alright, cut the head off. Now I'm going to get in here, cut that so you can get into the center of the salmon. And then I go back here and I do what's called a dummy cut. Make a little cut. Make sure you don't go underneath the bone here. You want to stay up on the top. Just do a little cut. That's going to help you once you get to the back. Alright, now I open the salmon up. You want to pay close attention to the angle of your knife here. See how the bone is right there? If you get your knife at the wrong angle, you're going to go like that. You're going to waste all that good meat right next to the bone. So I like to look in there, check my angle, get the knife right on there. I got a nice little flex on the knife, and just going to kind of ride the top of that bone down to the back there. Open the salmon up, like that. Now you want to get this backbone out of here. I'm going to go right underneath, get under the front of that. Always keep your other hand out of the way of the knife. You get cut, it's going to suck. You don't want to do that. So just be aware of your offhand. So see, mine is down here. I'm grabbing it by the collar. So I got my knife right underneath there. Don't push your knife, don't angle your knife down too much. You're going to cut into the salmon. Don't angle it up, you're going to cut into the bone. So again, you want to just kind of ride right underneath that bone. Right down to the tail. Get as close to the end of the tail as you can. Again, you don't want to lose any meat. Meat is money. Get rid of that one. Now I'm going to spin it back around. Take the ribs out. So you want to get right underneath here. Get under those rib bones. Sometimes as a starter cut too, you know, if you're not real comfortable with the flex of the knife, you can start with your knife this way on those first couple ribs just to get you started and get underneath the ribs. Again, don't angle the knife down too far. You're going to cut right down through the belly. Don't angle it up or you're going to just get hung up on those ribs. So it's kind of it's a finesse cut. You'll get it down. You're kind of like going like this, riding along the bone. So like that. Get those ones out of there. I like to take this piece off right here. It's just got a little bone. That's kind of the leftover bone from that fin back there. Then I go up here. This is the collar. Grab the collar, keep my fingers out of the way. You want to get underneath there. There's a little bone right here that you want to remove. So the goal is to remove this collar without removing a lot of the meat. So I get underneath there, angle my knife, and just kind of get that out of there. There's one collar. Okay, now same type of cut. I always do that little cheater cut right here just to help get me started on the ribs. Get underneath there, and the same cut we did there, only this time you're coming back towards you. Notice my hand is not here waiting to get chopped. It's out of the way like we talked about before. So just gonna follow the rib line right there, pull that, and then you can go like this. If you're not comfortable with that cut yet, you can do it a little bit at a time. You know, you can just ease into it and you'll get it down. Same thing on the collar over here. Angle this way, off hands out of the way so I don't get shanked. Now all we got to do is separate the two fillets and get this little middle bone out of here. So we go right here. Another little trick we do, a lot of times you'll see a fillet, you can see the skin from the bottom, just doesn't look that cool. So when we're doing these kind of cuts, we always angle the knife in a little bit so you're cutting that skin off and you're not going to have those little flappers hanging out there like that. It just makes a really nice looking fillet. Same thing right over here, kind of like when you did the ribs. I'll do a little starter cut right here. Get in there. I'm flexing the knife this way. If you go down, you're going to cut off a bunch of meat right there. That's really nice fatty back meat. So I got my knife flexed, off hands out of the way. Don't want to get cut ever. Take that. My knife's angled that way now, so again, I don't get the aforementioned flapper. Bam. Two nice fillets ready to go on the grill, in the oven, frying pan, out the door, yo.